and y'all already know I'm the host of the Barcode Podcast 414. And today I got my young bull, Duane Rogers III, that pulled up to the podcast, man.
Sure.
He from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but we out here doing an interview all the way in Arizona, bro. How you doing? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you.
No, that's 100. Hey, before we even get started, I'm gonna shout out my boy Q. I ain't gonna lie, he going crazy with the barcode, and I appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
It's love. And shout out my people, all in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir. 414 all day, guys. No, but before we get into the interview, though, I want to let y'all know, give kind of a brief. Like I said, he's originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He played for TP Elite. He played for Kevon Looney Elite. He also went to MEIR High School. That's back in Milwaukee. And then he made a transition and went to Minnesota Prep Academy. And now he's currently in Arizona playing for Phoenix Prep. Yeah. Phoenix College. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Phoenix College. So the first thing I usually like to ask people though is about their upbringing. You originally from Milwaukee. How was it? I know our age gap is different, but tell me, how was it for you growing up in Milwaukee?
Well, like growing up in the city, like not too many kids can say like they made it out, or like that's how I see myself, like. Cause growing up in Milwaukee, it's like it's tough, like growing, especially when I'm from Hillside, so
Okay.
so it's like you see like the struggles like on the day-to-day basis and stuff like that. So like just like knowing that I had an opportunity like playing basketball, hooping, like I just felt like that is my upbringing, like
Yeah.
I made like playing basketball like my way out basically.
Yeah.
Not saying like Milwaukee just all down bad, because like that's where we from.
Yeah,
but
for
like
sure.
just knowing that you made it out, and like you could say like I got out of Milwaukee, like my mind it say a lot about yourself, like
Yeah.
like mentality wise, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. And excuse me. And growing up in Milwaukee, did you have a chance? Because where we from, we have a lot of single mothers, in the household. Did you have a single mom, or did you have both of your parents?
Oh no, that's crazy. That's exactly what I had. Like growing up, like single mom, moms. Like that's one thing. Like I can say, like just growing up seeing moms like day to day, like get to it, like her day to day base, like just seeing her get to it, like that's another motivation for me. Like that's what keep me going. Like if I be feeling like she don't need nobody, like when you get to it, like when I see my mom get to it, that's
You got
my
to
sign.
Yeah, that's your sign to get to it. Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's funny that we brought that up because I stopped playing in college after my junior year in college,
Yeah.
and I just remember being so hurt because it's like, dang, I let my mom down.
Right.
She was a single mother. I grew up in a house with 3 other sisters, and to see my mom put in the work for us, year in and year out, and all I wanted to do is, take care of my mom. And when I quit the game of basketball, it just kind of like shattered me. So, I wanted to ask that because I know a lot of people around the world have single mothers,
Right.
and a lot of us turn that, seeing our mother struggle or even work hard to take care of our siblings or whatever the case may be.
Right.
We turn that into any sport we play. We turn all that energy of wanting to take care of our parents into like the basketball court, football, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. What about sisters though? You got any sisters, brothers?
Oh yeah, I'm the oldest, so I got a little brother and I got a little sister.
Okay.
So like just being somebody that they look up to, that's a part of my motivation too. Like getting up every day.
Yeah. And what's their ages?
My brother is 16 and Jay is 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's dope, bro. That's dope. Okay. Now,
Hold on, my mom's actually played for Ferris State University.
oh wow, so your mom plays sport. I was just about to ask, like, who influenced you to play sports? So, but you
Yes,
said
sir.
your mom played at, Fair State.
Yeah, first she went JUCO, then after JUCO she played for Ferris State University in Michigan.
Wow. So your mom, so the athletics is in the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what about your your siblings? Do they play basketball? Any sports?
Anthony played for a school in Greenfield,
Okay.
New Berlin. No, my bad. New Berlin Heritage Christian. He played varsity right now.
Okay.
And he a sophomore currently
Okay.
right now.
Okay. What about your other sibling?
Jay, she played volleyball for Juno.
So y'all
Milwaukee Juno.
athletic. Y'all athletic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How tall are you though, bro?
6'4".
You 6'4", man.
6'4",
You be like 6'5". I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah. What about moms? Is mom's tall or?
Yeah, she 5'11".
She 5'11". Oh yeah, that's tall for a woman.
Yep,
Yeah, that's tall
definitely
for a woman.
is.
Yeah, and before, I talk about where it all started and who influenced you to play sports.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you said you had a single mother. So you not having that relationship, with your father or whatever the case may be, was it difficult for you growing up, knowing that it was a father figure in the picture?
I mean, my mom used to ask questions like that too, and like I could say, not really like because just how we grew up, and, like seeing moms get to it, just like she asked me every once in a while, like, is it okay? Like, are you good that your father not here and stuff like that? I'd be like, I mean, I didn't got used to it. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what it's become. But like, it ain't like he ain't just all the way out the picture. I still like, I talk to him on the phone.
Okay.
But like, yeah, he left when I was younger. But like, it ain't no like hard feelings
Or no trauma or nothing like that.
It's still love.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So now I'm gonna ask you, who influenced you to play sports?
I could say it was both of them because I ain't gonna lie, Pops played he played D1 at Utah State University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I could definitely say both of them. Like I feel like they just handed it down to me.
Okay, cool. And we would, in between the two, with your basketball game, the way you play right now, who you think your game similar to, your mom's or your pops?
All right, so I ain't gonna lie. High school, like when I was killing in high school, I could say my game was similar to mom's. But as I'm transitioning to college, like now that this is my last year, I'm graduating from Phoenix College, I could say I done got guard skills now. I mixed it up with my high school skills. I can slowly say I'm transitioning to like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm him now. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah, talk your ish, baby. Yeah. So you grew up. I never heard. See, look, when I grew up in Milwaukee, we only had like DTA, Swish, Stay in the Game, Young Lions, the Warriors, Rebels. I don't know if I said Rebels.
Running Rebels.
Yeah. We had them AAU teams, but now it's a whole bunch of other AAU teams that I don't know about. So I know you played for TP Elite and Kevon Looney Elite. Did you start off with TP Elite playing AAU in Milwaukee?
Yeah, bro. In Milwaukee, you switch off teams so many. Like it's so many teams, like you said. Like you switch off so many teams. I done played for a couple, but them the two I remember for sure because you know the TP. You don't remember TP? Deontay Burton used to play for TP.
Yeah. What is TP Elite though?
Terry Porter Elite.
Terry Porter Elite.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
But no, I with Kevon Looney Elite, I definitely got me a little NY2LA trophy.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like, it was definitely the experience like hoopers need like during the summer and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I was gonna ask you that because I started off late. Like I played for the Young Lions when I was in 4th and 5th grade, but we never traveled. It was all like local tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get my real first experience traveling outside of Milwaukee until my 8th grade years. The summer going into my 9th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
First tournament ever was Ohio. So I got that experience kind of late in the AAU world. So once you start playing for TP Elite, how much experience did you gain playing basketball outside of Milwaukee, playing against other talent and stuff?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Growing up in Milwaukee, you really like you said, that's damn near like all we know. Like so, it's like seeing the competition outside of the city or like the state, as you saying, it just shows you like in other states, teams are like that too.
Yeah.
It just shows you like where your game is, like physically and mentally, basically. Because when we was going out on them out of state tournaments, I'm looking at these other cats like, Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah,
a lot of hoopers out
yeah.
here getting to it. Like it
Yeah.
ain't just Milwaukee. Like
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
no cap.
Yeah. So it's always good to play AAU. Always recommend uh, kids to play AAU. You know, because just the experience, the traveling part, seeing different parts of the world.
Right.
You know, and you can build relationships. You know, believe it or not, man. And you know, with y'all area, y'all had YouTube cameras and all that type of stuff. You know, I'm an OG. We ain't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know you got the experience playing AAU for Kevon Looney, and how was that playing with Kevon Looney? Like knowing he from Milwaukee, he grew up in the same place that you were born in, and just knowing that he's like in the NBA, played for the Golden State Warriors, won multiple championships. How did you feel as a player? Like, oh wow, I'm playing for Kevon Looney, like AAU team.
But it's just it's inspirational for real. Cause like Kevon Looney hooped at Hamilton. Like that's right on the south side. Like,
Yeah.
that's definitely like him going crazy and like going to UCLA, then just making it to the league. Like that's like motivation, inspiration. Like, and now that I'm playing for the team, I like it was no choice but to like get active, get
Yeah.
to it like every day, and then like winning that NY2LA in the city, like that. I definitely
That's big time.
remember that moment because we went crazy.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, who were some of the players? Because like I said, I know you younger than me, but what were some of the players you played with on Kevon Looney Elite?
I had my guy Brandon. He went to Gouda with me,
Okay.
and then I remember my boy. What's his name? It's been a minute. I ain't gonna lie. It's been about like 5, 6 years.
Okay.
I think it was a guy named Dez. And then
But y'all was a pretty good team.
Yeah,
you know,
we was
overall,
good.
'cause
We was
y'all
good for
won-
sure.
Yeah, y'all won them tournaments and stuff.
I was switching off so many teams, so it was just like whoever was getting to it, I'm over here. You know what I mean? I'm over here.
Yeah, I be getting on kids and we talk about it like y'all got the transfer portal now, and I know things are different right now. And let me ask you this before I say what I'm about to say. Why do you feel you was changing teams so quick? Because when I played basketball, like, I went to my middle school for 3 years. I went to Vincent for all 4.
Right.
I went to my junior college for 2 years. But y'all, I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say this generation is so quick to bounce to another school because something may not be going their way. But I'm gonna ask you, why did you?
Okay, AAU kind of different from school. AAU, like during the summer, like we had summer stars. We had what's the league at Lincoln?
A warning.
Warning league. We had plenty stuff. So it was just like switching different. Like I just had to stay out the crib. Like
Yeah.
some weekends we like TP Elite ain't have a tournament. All right, shit. I'm about to go play with a team that do got games this weekend.
Okay,
You feel me?
got you.
Like it's more so like towards that. Like I just wanted to play like every weekend. I
okay.
wasn't trying to take no breaks off. If it was any chance to get out the meal or like just get out the crib, I was taking it because I knew I could hoop.
Okay, that sounds much better. Okay, I'm thinking you was just flipping, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to this team, to this team.
No.
But that makes a lot of sense because I'm not gonna lie, I did the same thing. I played for 2 AAU teams, sometimes 3. And if we didn't have a tournament with my main team, I was playing with somebody
Right.
else. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Now, you went to go to MEIR in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I promise you, I didn't hear about this school until, well, I'm gonna say the high school part. Go to MEIR was a high school, correct?
Yeah, it actually started like when I got into high school. That's when the high school started.
Exactly. Okay, that makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
because when I was growing up, I heard of go to MEIR, but I want to say it was probably like an elementary or something at the time, or a middle school. So, explain to us, like, how was it, playing for go to MEIR? Like, why did you choose to go to MEIR?
Okay, well, like you said, I went to the elementary and the middle school.
Oh,
So
okay.
when my mom heard that they was opening up a high school, the grade above me, so I'm class of 2019, so the class of 2018 basically opened it up, and then we was right after them.
Oh, okay.
So when my mom heard that, we was like, well, we might as well stay.
Now, before y'all heard that, did you have any other schools in mind? Like,
hmm
yeah.
I was gonna go to Dominican.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Because during my 8th grade summer, I had went to a Dominican summer camp because they was running a summer camp, and I did my thing there, and the coach was messing with me,
Yeah.
and then he wanted me to go there, but once I found out it was private and moms had to pay for
Oh,
it,
yeah.
I was like, no, I'm staying public.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why a lot of people ain't go to Dominican back in my days. But there were programs like the Chapter 220 that parents can apply for, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, a lot of my peers that went there told me like, oh yeah, you had to pay. So yeah, because I was gonna go to Dominican, but the school was too small. I ain't gonna lie for me, because I'm coming from Milwaukee, Vincent, where we got a field house. A lot of students, you know what I'm saying, about 3 floors. It was just different. So, yeah, that wasn't gonna work for me in high school. So you go to MEIR. Do you feel like you had like a successful career while you was at MEIR?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So like opening up, like it was only freshmen and sophomores. So our coach CJ, he had us. We could have easily played like freshmen and JV, but as freshmen and sophomores. But no, he put us right in the fire ASAP. And like I could say we needed that because my junior year we ended up going 18-1 in conference, and we won the Milwaukee City Blue conference. So we was basically the conference champs.
Okay.
My junior year, and then my senior year, we came back again. That's when I'm averaging. I'm at 14, 15.
Yeah, that's solid.
High school year, because we had hoopers, and I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We had my boy Mario, and then we had Brandon.
Okay. The boys, yeah, I heard Brandon's name before, so that's your boy right there.
Yeah, so then we end up going back-to-back, basically. Back-to-back conference champs.
Okay.
Milwaukee City.
Okay, so
Blue.
you did go to MEIR for 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, and I see that you also made that transition and went to Minnesota Prep Academy. Why did you take that route going to Minnesota Prep Academy? Do you feel like, because I was very, very immature, and I'm asking you this because I was immature coming out my senior year.
Right.
So I went the junior college route. And I mean, I had my other reason. I did tear my ACL and whatnot, and I had to go to junior college route. But it was real good that I went there, like to junior college, because it was more growth in my attitude, my character, and it was almost like a test to myself. Like, okay, I might have stayed. You know, I also went to school in Minnesota too, in Sabi Rain. So for you, why did you choose out of town school, Minnesota Prep Academy?
I chose Minnesota Prep right after I graduated because a lot of kids take it like they just reclass basically.
Yeah.
So like I was learning. I'm not gonna lie, I was learning, and because when you in the basketball world, you learn a lot. So basically, I felt like Minnesota Prep was gonna give me an extra year to like develop my game basically.
Okay.
And when I went there, that's basically what it was. Like it was more exposure. Like we was going like. You know, high school, you probably leave the state like one time.
Yeah.
Other than that, you staying in the city. But Minnesota Prep, we was going all over, like playing other prep schools. So it was like way more exposure, especially in the grind session.
Yeah. Now, I've never been to prep. See, it was a few guys in my area that went to prep, and you know, back then, I'm like, what the heck is prep? Why they leaving for that? So I didn't know, at the time, I didn't know that was like, you know, basically extra year or whatever the case may be, which I think is phenomenal, you know, thinking about it. Like, of course, when I think back, I'm like, man, I wish I would have went prep. Like, that would have been really good for me. So, and I know prep is like really, really different from being in a high school. I coached AAU out here, and I know some of my players played prep, and I know that they do things a little different. Like they have a team house. A lot of players or the whole team or students that go to prep schools do like online classes and whatnot.
Right.
Was that how it was for you when you went to Minnesota Prep?
It was straight online. Other than that, it was straight basketball. Like we had morning practices, then right after lunch, another like it was workout, and then at that night we had another practice. Like it's basically just pure basketball. Like probably a little bit after lunch we'll have enough time to like do our online classes and stuff like that. But other than that, it's straight basketball. Like,
Okay. How a typical day? How long would you say, um, as far as the school part? Do you say y'all had a full day, or was it almost kind of set up like college, where you can pick your classes and you can start at 8 in the morning and you can possibly be done at like noon or 1 p.m.? Like, was that how prep was?
no, it's kind of like I'm gonna keep it on. It's kind of like straight basketball. Like
It is.
preparatory school, like it's straight basketball. Like you probably got like maybe like 1 or 2 hours to like actually do schoolwork, unless you're doing it at home.
Yeah.
But it's straight online. Like
Wow. So
it's strictly focusing on skill, like building you up, and mentally. Like
okay. So it's not like y'all didn't take college credits or anything. Like that's what you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah.
So-
It maybe was like 1 or 2 classes where like it was actually like college, like getting college credits.
Oh, okay.
Just so it can
Yeah,
transfer.
so it
That's
can
what you're
transfer
saying?
over.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I never, like I said, I really don't, just moving out here to Arizona is when I found out, like, really, like, almost the ins and outs of how prep school worked. Like I told you, I remember dropping some of my players off at the basketball house and stuff. So,
Right.
yeah, but that's good that
It was kind of different for post grad because
okay.
post grad is like you after grad. So basically, like you only doing maybe like 1 or 2 classes to get ready for college. Basically, high school was different. Like they was actually doing like probably like 3-4 hours of schoolwork because that's high school. Like if you want your GED or like diploma, like you got to do that.
You got to do that. Okay, cool. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm at the time I'm 4-on-4. I'm a city kid, inner city kid. When I first went to Minnesota for college, man, I had a culture shock. The high school I went to, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time I seen Caucasian people was my teachers, and then the Caucasian students I seen that had flavor like us. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So going to Minnesota for me, man, it was northern Minnesota. It was one Walmart. It was one grocery store, one McDonald's, one sit-down restaurant. Very, very small community. Everybody knew each other, and that was difficult for me to make that transition my first year. So you went to a prep school in Minnesota. So I want to ask you, did you have that culture shock being from the city, transitioning to Minnesota?
No, I basically I was in the city. Like when I went to Minnesota Prep, it's in Minneapolis.
Okay.
So Minneapolis basically like the city.
Yeah.
Basically, you could say it's down there like Milwaukee, but it's not really Milwaukee because, like you said, it's a lot of Caucasian people down there.
Yeah.
But like it's the city though. So like I'm near everything. So I actually was living like maybe like 15 minutes away from Minneapolis. That's where we practice at every day. So it's
Yeah.
like it was basically good people down there. So they knew a lot of people like around.
Yeah. Yo, man, it's like, look, I went to my Division II school. I went to was in St. Paul, so not too far from Minneapolis. But even then, like, we used to go to Minneapolis because it gave us that vibe of like Milwaukee or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna be honest, man, that was my first time seeing Somalians. You know what a Somali?
Are you you talking about like the Indians? And
I'm gonna be honest, man. It was my first time seeing Somalians, man, and it was that was even different for me. You know what I'm saying? But I just know how tough it is, you know, because like I said, when we at home, we can see our mother, we can see our siblings, we can see our friends. Now you meeting new coach, new friends, new teammates. You know, everybody's probably on the same agenda as you, trying to get a scholarship somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I always like to ask, you know, anyone that I interview, like, you know, how was that transition for you? Because a lot of us can get homesick and have culture shock or whatever the case may be.
I feel like my teammates, especially like a lot of my teammates grew up from like a city like Milwaukee. Like I had a couple teammates from Chicago, and then I had a teammate maybe from like, I forgot where he was from, like, but it was from the city, and like us being in Minneapolis, it's like we came together. Like,
Y'all can all relate. Y'all came from the same spot. Yeah. And you went to Minnesota Prep for 1 year, or?
Yeah, I did 1 year. And that was the COVID year, so our season was kind of cut like early.
Wow.
So, but it was good though, because I was able to get enough film from it.
Okay.
To transition to basically Phoenix College.
To Phoenix College, yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask. And before I ask that though, let's go back to, with the COVID year. I know a lot of schools were not having seasons, or if they was having seasons, had to play with the mask. But obviously, you didn't play that year, right? COVID year.
No, yeah. It was the year 2019 through 2020. So 2020 is when it started. It started like February, March. So by then, that's when the season is coming to an end.
It's coming to it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to Prep, Minnesota Prep, and then you make the transition to come out west, all the way to Phoenix, Arizona. We in Arizona right now, like I told y'all. Mm-hmm. So what made you choose Phoenix College? Like, did you have, let me go back a little bit. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. So once you got done with the Prep, did you have any offers? Because, like you said, it was COVID year. So I know things were hard for basketball players, or anybody that was playing sports in general. Did you have any chance to get recruitment while you was at Minnesota Prep?
Yes, I definitely did. I was planning on going to a JUCO in Minnesota. It's called Central Lakes.
Central Lakes, man. My boy Russell, man.
Yeah,
Coach Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coach Russell was messing with me, and then when we was at Minnesota Prep, we actually had grind sessions. So we was actually coming down here to like playing tournaments, like other teams down here.
Yeah.
So from like when we was coming down here, I'm like, hold on, it's nice as a mug down here. Like, it's beautiful down here, like the palm trees. I was always thinking like, I can play for a school down here. Like, I can play for a JUCO down here.
Yeah. So how did you get in contact with the Phoenix coach?
Oh, I ended up emailing like all the local schools around here.
Yeah.
Like I got my film together. I ended up emailing like probably like 5 or 10 different schools, because I always knew I was like, I know I could play for one of these schools. I always had the faith. So just sending my emails out, and then 2 schools ended up getting back to me, telling me like they like my game. And
that's dope, bro.
Coach Jason we ended up getting each other numbers, contacting each other on a daily, and it was just like, all right.
Dog, that's cracking. And God is my witness, bro. I did the same thing when I was a freshman in junior college. I did this in junior college, man. Cause my name was buzzing so hard, and I just thought like, man, I gotta take advantage of this. Like, everybody know me, so I just emailed every last Division II that I can think of in Minnesota, because I was getting used to Minnesota, the culture, and living there, and everybody knew me there. So I'm like, let me email, and I really did this, man. I emailed every last coach, and I probably got about 4 Division II schools that reached out to me. I initially signed with St. Cloud State. That didn't work out, and then I wound up choosing another Division II that was in the same conference as St. Cloud State, which is Concordia St. Paul. So I wound up going there, but and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Just like your era, your age, your generation, that's very shocking that you did that, because times are different, and for you to do that, let you know about, it let me know, how your character is, and how serious you are doing that, bro. That's cold for real, bro. I mean that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So when you get here, now I'm about to transition to the school part, right?
Right.
Because it's very important, man. Because when I first went to junior college, I took BS classes the first semester, archery. Just BS classes that don't even transfer, but no one told me that. Like, not the coaches, the assistant, none of that.
Right.
So a guidance counselor at the school, luckily she cared about the students, and she told me like, hey, you need to quit taking these classes, because these not gonna transfer over, you know what I'm saying? And these schools are offering you. So when you got to Phoenix, when you got to Phoenix College, did you have a major going? Did you have a major out gate? Did you talk to a guidance counselor to try to get you on the right path to transfer to a university?
Are you saying like the transition, like into Phoenix College, basically?
Yeah, so going to Phoenix College. So basically, when I was at my junior college,
Right.
I'm like, and after taking the BS classes, I went to the guidance counselor, like, hey, set me up on a path so I can transfer my credits to my university because my degree is sports management.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking you. So, because you in junior college right now, are you talking to your guidance counselor about, what classes you need to take towards your degree that can transfer to a university?
Well, I could say this year, but my first year, I was undecided, so
Okay.
I was basically just getting my general classes
Okay.
like that I needed from my first year.
Yeah. And all
But
of them
eventually,
transfer?
eventually, I ended up. No, yeah, we definitely had a guidance counselor
Okay.
to like guide us to like see like what we wanted to do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but did you decide what you majoring in right now?
Yes, in May I will be getting my associates in graphic design.
Oh, yeah, you sure do the graphic design. I want
Yes,
you
sir.
to edit some stuff for me, bro. You remember that?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's dope. Because that's a lane that's like that just I feel like gonna be around for a long time. So, yeah, that's good, man. I'm proud of you, man. Yeah. And let me see. I'm gonna edit this anyways. You ain't gotta worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, man. The next question I want to ask you, bro, is, how do you, especially being out west, man? It's a lot of things to do out here. The weather beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you balance staying focused on basketball and school?
I feel like if you want to go far, you gotta lock in.
Yeah.
And like get down. Like you gotta be a student athlete. Like without the grades, you can't play.
Yeah.
So once I figured that out, like high school, I was alright. I was alright with it. But when I got to college, I realized like this is why you're here. Like you gotta get the grades to go further than what you are right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like balancing it is like it's achievable for sure.
Yeah.
Like it can be done because I'm doing it right now. Like right now, I got a cumulative of a 3.2 GPA. So just balancing it, like if you really just sit down and lock in and just tell yourself I'm about to get my grades done and I'm about to go work out, you can do it. You just got to cut out all the other distractions that's stopping you from doing it. Basically.
Yes. I hope y'all paying attention, kids. This is a strong message because you can get knocked off of being focused very, very quick, right? And sometimes it is hard to balance it out. I remember, like I said, I was in your position, before, and I just remember being on a coach bus going to a game. It's probably 5-6 hours away.
Right.
When I'm trying to get homework done, it's hard to get homework done when you're hitting bumps and roads and all that type of stuff. And I was the type of guy like, look, man, I'm gonna wait till I get to the hotel and do this, and then I'll put it off. So then I had to learn how to, oh no, I gotta get this done. Like, if I want to go here, I gotta do this.
Right.
So balancing it out is very achievable, like you said. So all the kids or young men that's tuning into this, it can work, man. You can work on your craft and work hard, and you also can do what you got to do in the classrooms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, as far as your coaches' support, right? Do you feel like your coaches are very supportive? And I'm not talking about just on the basketball court. I'm talking about off the court, because, like I said, you're not here with your siblings or maybe some of your best friends or your mother. Are they there supporting you when you have your ups and down moments?
Yes, I feel like my coaches here are definitely helpful. Like if I ever needed like coaches always preaching, like if I ever needed help like outside of this, like it don't matter if we into it on the basketball court. Like it's two different agendas. Like when we outside of basketball, like I'm gonna be there for you regardless.
Yeah.
And I feel like my assistant coach, Coach Ryan, especially like is helpful for me because he actually like at JUCO, he's putting together like nutrition templates for us, like how to eat better. Like I never really had that in Milwaukee. Like I never knew how to like build my body up until I got out here, and that's important off the court too. Like maintaining your body and stuff like that. So it's just like key stuff like that. Like that's definitely support outside of like the basketball court. I should say.
That is very, very true. I didn't get on the meal plan until my junior college. I mean, not junior college, but my junior year when I went to my university. And man, that was a tough transition. You know, I'm coming from JUCO, eating plenty McDonald's, KFC. That's when the Famous Bowl was cracking back then when I was in college. So yeah, but no.
4-for-4s.
Yeah,
like that's what we used to.
yeah. So. Excuse me, man. That was funny. The 4-for-4. Ooh, hey, look, they had the 4-for-4 back when I was playing. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? But I was a gym rat too, though. So I probably burnt off a lot of them Famous Bowls, anyways, man. Yeah. So, far as your season, you know, this year or even the last, you know, couple years, man, do you feel like you getting better at basketball? You know, you becoming because with you 21, right?
I'm 23.
23. Okay, sorry. So you 23. You a young man right now. You know, how you feel your season went like this year?
I feel like we didn't finish off how I wanted to, but individually, I feel like this is the best season I ever had. Like numbers wise, specifically. Like this year, I finished off with our season ended about two weeks ago. Okay. And I finished off averaging 17 points per game, 6.5 rebounds a game. And I finished, my 3-point percentage was 36%.
Okay. You gotta get that percent up, man, because I was on Facebook and I thought 38% from the Tracy was good, and people like, no, bro, you gotta be like 40 and up. I'm like, bro, you know how tough that is?
That's definitely tough. It's definitely tough. But like, when I got out here, I realized like numbers really do matter, and like anything above a 35, like you're more than a decent shooter. For sure. Like I didn't learn that. Like maybe anything below 35 or under, like you really not like a shooter. Like But like coming out here, just like learning from my coaches, like they basically like preach like numbers, basically.
And how would you say? Cause you know, I feel like we come from a place where we got that grit, we got that energy, that fire. How you feel like the competition level is out here in Arizona?
Okay, so the competition is like you said, like the fire from Milwaukee. It's not as tough as Milwaukee. I can put it like that.
They action. Go ahead.
But like Arizona, it's definitely competition out here.
Okay.
So like coming from having that Milwaukee like swagger, I could say, or like the toughness, coming down here, like it's been to my advantage, especially.
Yeah, because they kind of nice down here. Yeah, they nice down here, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of nice kids down here.
Yeah, very, very nice, man. It's crazy, man. I be seeing the craziest stuff from coaching AU. I referee high school games, and man, I just be like, whoa. Even open gyms, I'm like, dude, you trying to help me up, bro? Like, move around. You know, that's that Milwaukee grit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, few more questions, and then I can let you go, bro. And again, bro, I appreciate you coming to the Barcode Podcast 414. And anybody who's watching right now, you already know, do me a favor. Make sure y'all like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for your boy Q Bar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, far as your individual game, right? Because you know we have to work on our craft, you know, to elevate our game or whatever the case may be. And we all do have weaknesses. What all you think you need to work on as far as like your weaknesses?
Okay, so when I first got out here, I'm a lefty, so
me too.
all I used to know was left-handed, and like my coach is one of those coaches where like he's gonna tell you like what you're weak at, and like he's gonna put it in your face whether you like it or not. Yeah. So when I first got down here, I redshirted, and he basically told me like you can't shoot or you can't go right. And me hearing that, I'm like, you know, I'm from Milwaukee. I'm like, bro, I can hoop, like for sure. Like you telling me just these two things, but no, he was firm. Like he was telling me like, you're sitting out this year because this is what you need to work on. So eventually I understood, and that whole redshirt year I was learning, and I was working on my weaknesses. I was working on going right, working on my right hand, working on my shot. Because at first I was just athletic, like I can get to the basket, I can hit the midi, and then now just transitioning. Now I can
step out for the three. You can hit the 15-footer off the dribble, all that type of stuff. 3-level scorer.
Exactly. And just knowing like working on your weaknesses can expand your game. That brings a lot of help to you, especially because I ended up receiving all ACAC. That's basically best Arizona, the best players in Arizona State.
Wow, you got that, bro?
Yeah, I got all ACAC. Second team.
Okay, that's
Second
good.
team.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Put on, man. Tokyo-ish, man. I love it, man.
Just knowing that's just, it's like it's really not a surprise because like I definitely do put the work in. So it's like when you know you put the work in and you just come in game by game, just knowing that and just going out there and being focused, it's a different type of feeling. I'm not gonna lie. Towards the end.
And continue to put in the work. You know, make sure you stay focused on your craft, your journey, your path, or whatever the case may be. And well, okay, so this was your last year. Have you got any phone calls, or are you doing the same thing that you did to get in Phoenix College? Are you emailing coaches? Do you got any offers? Or like, what's your next step since you're done with these 2 years at Phoenix College?
Well, as of right now, I'm getting my film together, so I got enough film. Okay. So right now, the season just ended, so now I'm working with my coaches to get my film together, and eventually, like, I know I'm gonna get somewhere where I deserve, basically.
Yeah. Now, have any of your coaches, like head coach, assistant coach, have they reached out and let you know that any school's interested in you or anything, or?
Yeah, it's been a few local schools here.
Okay.
But I feel like I can get more than what I have currently right now. That's why I don't know like exactly like who right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. Now you've been here for a couple years, right? Yeah, you've been here for a couple years. I'm pretty sure you live in Arizona. We don't get snow, whatever the case may be. We don't get no snow. It feels good out here. Winters are 50, 60 degrees. Now, with you being, comfortable here and almost making it, like homely to you, do you feel like are you gonna accept the scholarship no matter where it's at, or you want to try to stay in Arizona?
My goal is, because I know I can play for a Division I school.
Yeah.
So my goal, like wherever any D1 that scholarship, I'm taking it. Like.
Yeah.
Because I've been talking to Western Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Western Illinois, the coach. I can't say I've been talking to him, but I wouldn't mind like going back like closer to the crib.
Yeah.
Like so moms can come like regularly and come see me play. But I wouldn't mind staying out here either. Like you said, like it's nice on the West Coast. I feel like the West Coast staying near the best coast.
Yeah, man. Listen, fun, boy. It's nice out here. I love it, man.
Definitely is.
Yeah. And last question that I'm gonna ask you, bro. And whatever school you decide to choose, man, make sure it's the right choice for you. And what I mean by that is, you're in the video graphic. Make sure that the school part is set up for your major. Make sure it makes sense. Even the basketball part, like you just said, man. Whatever school offer me a D1, I'm going. But make sure the basketball side, fits you too, because then you'll mess around and be in the transfer portal and want to start over and probably got to move or whatever. So whatever school you decide, to go to, just make sure it makes sense for your journey and your career, because this is real life. Because once basketball stops, you know what I'm saying, now you got to get into, what you got your degree in. So I do want you to be mindful for that, all right? Okay. So this the last question right here, bro. Where you see yourself at in 5 years, bro?
In 5 years?
In 5 years.
In 5 years, I see myself playing professional.
Okay.
Playing professional basketball.
Okay.
Either for a G League, the league, or overseas.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. Hey, man, listen. Little bro, I appreciate you so much coming to the Barcode Podcast 414. This was such a great interview. You know, you allowed me to pull up, to, where you at and was comfortable to do the podcast. And I appreciate you allowing me, to interview you, man. So make sure, y'all subscribe.
Hold on.
Go ahead, you gotta get your issue off. Go ahead.
I gotta. Just not with basketball. I'm just finishing off on your last question.
Okay, yeah.
On the other end, like I got a small business too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I clean shoes. So in 5 years, I definitely see my business being higher than what it is now.
Okay. Okay, so you doing the graphic design and you do the shoes.
Yeah,
right?
that's my side hustle I got going on.
Okay.
And I actually brought a business card.
Yeah, show the camera.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, so World Kicks. I see this business becoming way higher than what it is now.
Okay.
But as of now, like that's my side hustle. So I feel like it's gonna become a side hustle to a bigger hustle.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years.
Man, come on, man. Y'all hear that, right? 23 years old.
Yes, sir.
He got a plan. He got a journey. He got goals. And I appreciate you for doing that, man. I like that, man. He cut me off like, yeah, this is what I got. Oh, yeah. I need it, man.
Whenever you need any of your shoes, your favorite shoes clean, they get dirty, I got you if you need.
Okay, got you, man. Hey, I'm going to make sure I take a picture and make sure that people see this before they watch the podcast. I'm going to put your contact information in the description. I appreciate that. I don't even know where I left off at, but I am going to leave off with this. Make sure y'all tune in, like, comment, and subscribe to the Barcode Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Me and my young bull is out, man. Peace out, bro.